Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? It's Friday. Where is everyone? Oh, you're on the different monitor. Let me put you on the right monitor. There we go. There we go. Did I push all the right buttons? There we go. How's everyone doing today? It's Friday. You have today off. That's awesome. Fridays off, we're always good at thing. Okay, so my desk is a mess because I've been working on like 20 different things. But it's Friday. It's Friday. We've got some mill and chill that's going on. Oh, actually, I don't know if we'll get to any milling. So before we get too far, two things. One, every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. This stream is like no other. So we're going to give it away, or this stream is like every other. So we're going to give it away. So enter for your chance to win. Link in the description. Also, if you want to purchase some Polymaker filament, help support the channel, there's an affiliate link in the description as well. It's good shit. Also, remind me, it is currently 11 a.m. Eastern time. I need to be done at 1. I've got stuff to do before picking up the little guy from school. So it's only going to be a 2-hour stream today. So 1 o'clock, remind me, 2 hours from now. I put a timer up, but that's complicated. I could just yell at 100 people. One of you will remind me. So there we go. So yeah, so today, upgrades, people, upgrades. We've got this here. This is our my Comgrow Robo CNC. If you're familiar with the 3018 series of CNCs, this is kind of like a step up from them. Metal frame, the bed is fixed and the gantry moves on the Y-axis versus on a 3018, the bed moves. So this has got a more rigid bed. It's a platform that you could probably do a bit more with than an average 3018. And we've already done some tweaking and adjusting to it. So as you can see on this guy, we've given it a transplant already. We've swapped out its brain. So we've got a Duet 2 in here, and we're still running original hardware. So it's a Duet 2 running RepRap firmware, which I have gotten working pretty good in terms of post-processing. If you remember the original streams, it was a little finicky because it doesn't ingest G-code the way that a CNC ingests G-code, but you can kind of get around that by opening up the G-code generated by your CAM software and kind of manually tweaking a few things, but we got it working. So I've been cutting these out. So I've been using Carbide Create because it's just 2D work, just DXF files. And I've been milling little FPV quadcopter frames out of acrylic. So this is what I've been doing. Where's the other one? So this is a Nano long range frame, and this is a Odonta HD frame. These are not anywhere as good as a carbon fiber frame, but you know, for just fiddling around, trying stuff out, it's cool. So those look pretty cool. Oh, they're acrylic. So it'll fly once, but it's nothing compared to a carbon fiber frame. So I haven't fiddled around with carbon fiber for 2 reasons. One, I don't have the machine set up for it. Carbon fiber, you need really good vacuum, you need a filtered vacuum. You should be wearing a mask while doing it. It's not something you really want to be trifling with unprepared. And 2, I haven't bought any carbon fiber yet to cut. So I'm just cutting. Remember when Physek sent me the wrong doors for the Trident? So I've got a bunch of acrylic. So here's the thing, Lexan, polycarbonate. I've cut some stuff out of Lexan. I went to the store and bought some, I went to Lowe's and bought some Lexan, okay? The problem with Lexan is it is more rigid. You can bounce it off stuff more and it won't break. The problem is, give me an example on here. So this is the acrylic frame, okay? So it's not as stiff as carbon fiber. Here's the polycarbonate frame, the Lexan frame. So it's more robust to impact. It won't break as easily, but it's also a lot less stiff. And with a quadcopter frame, you want stiff. There's a reason they come made out of carbon fiber sheets. You want carbon fiber. So for reference, here's the 2 mil carbon fiber sheet one. Yeah, I'm putting about the same pressure. I know it's not exact, but that's 2 mil carbon fiber. So Yeah. Okay, so today we're gonna go at this in phases. Hopefully we can get it all done. If we don't get it done, we'll continue next week because this is the basement of my house. I have family that live here, you know, my wife and my kid, and the Saturday streams are at 8 p.m. And we're not running a CNC machine in the basement at 8 p.m. So we'll get as far as we get today, and then we'll carry on Tuesday or Friday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So first things first, we got to unhook some stuff. So this right here is a Duet 2. It's wired up all the same hardware. We've removed a few end stops. It used to have end stops in the positive and the negative. We're only using end stops in the max, and then we're using software to set our work bounds. It's worked pretty good. I've done a few tests just to make sure I have it all set up right, and it seems to be working okay in that regard. Although weird issue with the panel do. I can't set work offsets from the panel do. I have to like load it up on my phone, like the computer, because on the computer there's like a set work offset button, which is a G20 L10. It's a macro. All it is a line of G code. But if I make that line of G code a macro, and then I push that macro on the panel do, it doesn't set my work offsets. I don't know what's going on there, but I need to figure that out. But that's a future Taylor problem. So thicker Lexan. The problem is then you get weight issues. Like this is a problem with quadcopters. There's always a weight issue, and when you're flying something that, you know, all up weight is 50 grams, you know, an extra 10 grams, it increases your weight by 20%, and that's not good in quadcopters. Like, for reference, this is my Mobula 7. This is an indoor / light outdoor on no wind day quadcopter. It weighs just under 23 grams with no battery. With the battery, I believe it's like 33 grams. 32 grams. So if you add, when something weighs 30 grams and you add 5 grams, that's like a 10, 15, 20% increase in all up weight, which definitely affects its performance. So, and the thing is, if you go to thicker plexiglass, it's still not as good as thin carbon fiber. So you need tap on your CNC. No. Coke scale. Frankfurt Arsenal. It's a powder scale for me gunpowder. What kind of powder do you think? Jeez, people. That's why we can't have nice things. You guys just assume the wrong things. Okay, so we gotta unwrap all of this. Yay, good thing I did all that. Remember how we did all that cable management, folks? I put tap on everything. Yeah, I'm waiting on kits, and then we'll be doing tap on one of the machines. I need to get Delrin. That's what I need to do. I need to get Delrin. I think I can get it on McMaster Car. I've never actually ordered anything from McMaster Car. I've ordered from Granger, but I can't remember if McMaster Car you need a business license, which technically I do have, so. UHMW. Oh, like HDPE? Like high density polyethylene? Kits are 2 weeks out, yeah. At least in the States. Okay, well, I'm in Canada, eh? Ultra high molecular weight PE. Okay, because the plan is I need to cut some Voron parts on this. I was hoping to do it before the rebuild, but this was not slated to come in till January, but it came in. So came in on like Monday, so we're gonna put that in. So this upgrade that we're doing is going to cost us some travel on the X and Y most likely. We might gain a little on the Z, but it might be canceled out by the bigger spindle. Because I bought this spindle for another project that never actually came to fruition. Old frogs might remember Arrow. Or Avro. Oh. That didn't go anywhere. So, this I bought is probably too big for this, because this uses this is a 500 watt BLDC spindle, but it's got an ER16 collet on it. So if I need to mount a 1/2 inch end mill on this, I can. I don't need to, but I can. Because, you know, power. Okay, so we need to unplug this. Oh no, my LTT screwdriver is in the garage. I will be back in a minute. I'm back. Okay. So, if you remember how we did this originally, we tried running the spindle directly off of the Duet. And also we didn't have a flyback diode, and this kills the Duet. So we ended up swapping out the for a little extra security. I ended up putting one of these big chunky MOSFETs that you would use on like an A-net to control the spindle, and then I just used like a fan output for it. So got to take that off. But we got to take this whole back plate off, so I'm unhooking everything right now. Luckily, it's all labeled. Okay. And remind me to redo this wire so we don't have these loose 24 volt leads dangling in the breeze when I plug it back in. Actually, no, because we're going to not be using this power supply anymore, because I've got the smaller one here that's passively cooled for 200 or for 24 volt, because going forward, the spindle has a 600 watt 48 volt power supply for the spindle. So I need to stack some power supply. So this is going to be the power supply going forward. That's one of the problems with these BLDCs. They need their own power supply. Okay. All power. Exactly. Remember, bigger number, better machine, right? Okay. Good thing I spent all this time doing cable management. Just so we can undo it all. Oh yeah, and unfortunately I had to run out and do some errands before the stream, so I didn't get a chance to set it up. But later today, because I have to run after the stream too. I'm busy today, running around everywhere. There will be the channel made up in the Discord for this month's community challenge. So if you haven't joined the Discord, link in the description, join the community Discord, because every month we do a community challenge. And if you win, you get the chance of cool shit. because every month there's prizes of filament. There's prizes of, okay, that's that motor. I'm going to leave everything connected to the board. But this month's challenge is going to be themed around winter and the holidays. So it's not going to be a direct Christmas theme challenge because not everyone celebrates Christmas, but it'll be open to all your this kind of time of the year seasonal holiday entries. So that will be this month's theme. And we do 2 categories, and I'm pretty sure, I haven't done the exact wording, but the 2 categories are going to be like a single print, and also the other one's going to be like a post-process print. So if you just printed something and it's just a print, you're done. Like if you printed, you know, the E3D sleigh buggy thing, that's a print, okay? But if you printed like you know, a whole Christmas themed setup thing with like multiple parts and it's painted, that will be the other category. So there'll be a simple category and an advanced category. And by the way, the print has to be in a setting. So you can't just print something off and take a picture of it on your bed. If you print out an ornament, I want to see that ornament hanging from your tree. If you print out some lights, I want to see them set up. I want to see the object in use, not just sitting on your printer bed, okay? I want you to actually use the thing you print. So that's the theme for this month. Because let's be honest, we all print enough stuff that just sits around and you never use it for anything. So I want it to be used. I want whatever you print to actually be used. Worst Peter, that is the worst thing I've ever heard. Actually, no, it's not, but I'm surprised that comment didn't get filtered, but Swans's did. Okay, so what can I unhook here? This. So we got to take this back plate off. Be able to take this whole back plate off because we got to remove this whole carriage. Okay, there we go. So there we go. So all the electronics are on this back plate, and we're gonna have to figure out how to mount this and this to this. We'll figure it out. So you can go there for now. Okay, let's take this one end stop off because we're not using that end stop anymore. Get beat by a plastic cat scratcher. Oh, what a showing that was. So actually we're gonna have to remove both these end stops. So we gotta figure out how to get end stops on this again. So we're gonna need to somehow get new Y end stop or X end stops and Z end stop on this. Okay, so I'm hoping what I can do is simply undo this one plate and just slide everything off, slide the new carriage on, and put the plate on and call it a day. That's kind of what I'm hoping. So we got to undo some stuff here. Okay, take the knob off. I'm gonna have to get my Allen keys for this. Okay. So is that okay? That's loose. That's already loose. Okay, so we're good there. So now I'm gonna do that. That. Okay. I'm just hoping this is simple. Nope. Nope. Yep. Okay, so actually, let's see here. What can I need a jack or something. Go gadget. Calibration cubes. And something else. What else can I wedge under here? That works. That works. Okay, so don't lose these screws. Be nice if the backplate was mounted so it didn't have to come off. Well, you kind of need it to come off because you got to get at a bunch of stuff back here when we put the new one on. You'll see. By the way, none of this has a manual. So we are totally in YOLO land with this. Like, truth be told, I don't even know if this is going to work because this kit is for a different printer. But it's supposed to be like a universal kit, so we'll see. We will see. Okay. That's that. And I have been using this, so there's like dirty stuff everywhere, right? The vacuum thing that I modded up quickly kind of worked. Thought it was a CNC. It is a CNC. Why did I call it a printer? Well, it's a CNC. Computer numerical control device. There we go. Yeah, that ain't coming out. So hopefully the bearing that I got that comes with this, I can reuse. I don't need to reuse. Blah. Okay, so let's take a look at this kit and see exactly what we got. So this is kind of like a universal kit. So there's the new like gantry or Z-axis. So this is still lead screw, but we have like an extra 20 millimeters of travel compared to the original. It's all metal. It's aluminum extrusions on the back. So yes, the spindle will be mounted forward more. There's really no way to avoid it unless this was like a plate, but it is what it is. We got a new motor, so at least now we can move the Z axis by hand. So we got that. We got an adapter plate for a whole bunch of different spindles, but this is the mount that came with our spindle. And we got a motor wire. Ooh, with like Chinese dog hair. That's good. Nuts and bolts. An Allen key. Ooh, free Allen key. More T-nuts, more screws. And hopefully they sent the right ones. Yeah, these are sloppy as shit, but LMU 12s. Steve, thank you for coming a member. Cheers. Okay, so these we'll need to put on. The bearings are orientated in the right way on most of them, except for this one. Do I have a way of, I don't think I have a way of grabbing this. 1 second. 1 second here. There's, I've explained it a million times on this stream over the years, but there's a certain way the bearings have to be orientated on these rods or these setups for them to work properly. And a lot of the times these, yeah, that ain't moving. I don't think my snap ring pliers are in here. Are my snap ring pliers in here? Usually you can kind of just spin them, but no. No. Snap ring pliers, do I have you in here, or are they outside in the garage? I gotta feel like the garage. Snap ring pliers. I had them in here before at one point. I could have sworn I had them in here at some point. I do not have them. Oh well. Yeah, we'll make do without it, whatever. Yeah, so they're not, it's not horrible, it's good enough, whatever. Okay, so we got that, we got that, we got that. I need my grease. Where's my grease? Where's my grease? No, that's 3D gloop. I don't want 3D gloop. Because we need to fill these up with some grease. I don't know where my 3D gloop is, or where my 3D gloop, where my grease is. Ah, we'll just use the old stuff. Where's old reliable? There you are. Old reliable and messy. And do I have gloves? I hope I have gloves in here. Oh, please tell me I got gloves. I gotta run upstairs and get some gloves. Yeah, I gotta run upstairs and get some gloves. Unless my wifey is watching. Wifey, are you watching the stream? I need some gloves. I swear, I brought a box of gloves down here at one point, and I have no idea where they went. Okay, I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go get some gloves so I can grease these up somewhat properly and not make an absolute mess of things. While I'm gone, the baby's in charge. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So this grease right here, this is kind of the grease I've used for the longest time on my builds. The reason I use it is because I had it and it works. This is a little thicker than they recommend. I think they recommend, what is it, NLG 0 to 1, and this is NLG 1.5. Yeah, NLG 1.5, and it's a bit thicker, but it's white lithium based. Oh, and it's filled with dog hair. Of course it's filled with dog hair. Everything is filled with dog hair in this house. There we go. Good enough. Grab a brush. So, what we're going to do is kind of fill each one with a smattering of grease, because I don't have a proper applicator for this. So we're just going to put some of this in there, and then we'll push it onto the rod, and the rod will plug the other hole, and this way it'll force the grease into the bearing, because you want to pack your bearings with grease. Just putting grease on your rod. Kids, this is educational, keep a straight face. Putting grease on your rod and just shoving it into the hole really doesn't grease these up properly. Like if these are assembled and you just put some grease on the rod or some oil and then you rub your bearing over it, over the shaft, it's not gonna lube it up properly, because see this rubber? This prevents stuff from getting in. It's meant to keep dust and grit out. So the proper way to grease up your bearings is to pack them with grease. So what you do is you put some grease in them. Okay, you put your thumb over the other hole, you put it on the rod, and while keeping your thumb on the hole, you kind of force it on. Okay, and you should feel some resistance, and then it'll go. And what that does is it forces the grease into the raceways. Okay, it makes a bit of a mess, yes it does, but it packs them with grease, and then any extra just kind of oozes out. So okay. And then get some rags and wipe off all the excess that's on the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. And this made a bit of a mess. So. Well, we won't have to worry about that screw hole rusting up on us anytime soon. And we're greasing up bearings and balls and shafts with grease and lube, and you can't not talk about it without somebody giggling. It do be how it is, though. It do be how it is, though. Okay. Oh, all the dog hair. Okay, so these got to go on like that. So we need 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Quite a bit of play in these. I really don't. These bearings are kind of. Oh, these are loosey-goosey bearings. Hopefully, once everything's together, it tightens up. Oh well, we'll see. We shall see. Because I do have, do I have some LM12s? I do. I do, but they're the big boys. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Like, I do have LM12 bearings, but like I could sub them out. But because these are the short ones, we'll see when it's all together. If I need to sub them out, I can. I do have snap ring pliers out in the garage, so I can swap them if I need to. Okay, and then the next thing is this guy. So hopefully this is the same pitch. I really hope this is the same pitch. We'll find out in a second. As otherwise, yeah, we're good. We're good. Good. Okay. So it either goes on like that or like that. Now this, the nut, you can grease the nut, you can grease your nuts up later. You don't have to grease your nuts up right away. Actually, I did this wrong. Oh wait, this got to go over that. Is that captive to that? Shoot, 1 second here. You go there. Yeah, you go there with the spring. Or does you? Okay, I don't need this because this. Yeah, this is the preload right there. So this just pushes against that. Yeah, so this attaches to the. Yeah, so that goes into there like that. And are these tapped? That's tapped on that side. Okay, so that. Okay, I see how this goes. I see how this goes. Okay. So there's 2 positions for this, and I don't know which one is which. So we kind of have to put this together to figure out where this goes. Which kind of sucks. Because we got to preload it. So you have to take it off to preload it. Which actually, will this fit through here? So I could just take this off. Slide the nut through. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. We could do that. Okay. We could do that. Because that goes there. This spring goes on here. And this really compresses down. Holy shit, this really compresses down. Yeah, that goes like that. Okay. Yeah, so you got to apply this after. Shoot, yeah. Oh, this is going to be a bitch and a half to do. Okay, so I don't know if it's the inner or the outer. Let's figure this out. Okay. Let's figure this out. Okay, we'll try the inner. Actually, no. No. It'll be the outer. Yeah, it'll be the outer. And we're going to have to space it, it looks like, with some washers or something. Because that doesn't line up perfectly. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got that. I thought the inner piece you discarded helped with the preload. It's right here. I didn't discard it, it's right here. Okay. So that will go on like that. There we go. Okay. There's our preload. Ooh, look at that spin. Okay. That seems to be good. Got an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah. Honestly, the plan today is hopefully get this like physically assembled and then get onto the electrical stuff next stream is kind of what I'm hoping. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so now you go there. And now we put this all back together. And this is also why it was good we took that back plate off, because we got to screw all this together. Yeah. Am I worried about the extra weight? Not really. Not really. It's a CNC machine. You as long as it's rigid, weight, you kind of want weight to dampen things, right? Like it's a CNC machine. You're not moving fast. We got ball screws in all orientation for motion. You kind of want it being rigid, right? It's a CNC. Like what would actually be great is for these screws here is actually having them, having some dowels in here. Because the problem I have right now is hopefully this lines up exactly as it did before. There's really no way to guarantee that it is because I don't have any dowels or anything. Actually, wait, these sit into slots. Yeah, these will line up perfectly. These will, because there's slots there. Okay. Okay, so now we need to mount this. So we got these screws here. Are there torque specs for these nuts? Probably. Like they're standard M3, M4 nuts. Like I'm sure I could look up the torque specs. I'm just gonna go until ready tighty becomes ready loosey, and then I'll go back a quarter turn, and then we'll be good. That's kind of what I figure. Should be optimal. Oh, this is gonna be fun because oh my god, this is gonna be a nightmare. I probably should have put these on first. Holy shit. Okay, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? We're gonna do one at a time. One row at a time. Yeah, we gotta do one at a time. Okay. Come on. Get in your hole. Oh wait, shoot. How am I gonna get that in the middle? Oh no. How am I gonna get that in the middle? Oops. I seem to have done an oopsie here. Because this ain't gonna fit in here. Yeah, that ain't see there's a problem. This is supposed to be in here, and we didn't do that. So yeah, so we got to take these off. But here, let me tighten one of these up so that we could see how much spacing we need. Also, I need washers on these. There should be washers on these. Did this come with washers? No. Okay, so I need washers on here because these are bottoming out, and I need approximately 2 mil in spacers. Okay, so we gotta take this all apart now. So we gotta take it all apart. So I need 2 mil in spacers and washers for all of this. Hopefully I have enough washers. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bad time. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So that's got to go like that. This got to go like that. This got to go like that. We've got, I'm assuming these are for that. No, these aren't the right screws for that. They not give me screws for the... Oh, are these? No. Okay, they didn't give me screws for this. Great. Okay, I gotta grab from stock then. Okay, what pitch are these? Are these 5 mil? They didn't give me screws. These are 4 mil screws. Do I have 4 mil screws? Ah, shit. Oh, wait, no, we got some here. 4 mil. I don't know what these are from. Where did I take these screws from? I don't know where I took these screws from. We'll find out in that's a future tailor problem. That is a future tailor problem. Washers. Do I have M4 washers? I might. Apparently I do. Okay. Oh, these M4, hopefully these are all M4. Okay. So how much is 2 M4 washers? Hopefully it's 2 mil. $1.5 mil. Shit. Well, hopefully it's close enough. We'll find out in a second here. Just go grab some M5s, I think, because I know those are a mil. Just use these ones for this for now. Yeah, hopefully they came from the kit. And while I'm putting some washers on these screws, if you haven't had the chance, go enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. I love Polymaker filament. You love Polymaker filament. Do you want to win some? I'm sure you do. So try for your chance in the link in the description. So these are spacers, so they should be okay if they're a little out. Those are way too short. But it's just driving it, so we should be okay. Let me, no, my MISC M4 screw drawer has like 2 screws. And I don't think either of these are longer. One might be. Yeah, we'll use one of the longer ones. At least we'll get some grip. You made a list of the tools on Amazon. I put out a video a couple weeks ago going over the tools that I use, and there are affiliate links in that video. I really need to get my website set up. That's what I need to do. So I can have all that stuff. Yeah, this is too short. Shit. I need M4 screws, but I don't have long enough M4 screws because this kit didn't come with long enough M4 screws because it assumed I didn't need to space it out, but I did. Well, from the old kit. I don't know if there's any M4 in here. Oh, there might. Let's see. Too short. Too long. Yeah, too short and too long. I could do one. You know what? We'll ghetto rig this. We'll ghetto rig this. I can ghetto rig it for now and make it work later. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll ghetto rig it for now and make it work later. Cut a long one down. I could. I could go cut a long one down. That is a possibility. But we'll get this up and kind of situated for now. And then we'll just finagle it later. Ah, crap. Hello, things that are really annoying to do with 2 hands. See, I like my Omni Fixo. It's a great third hand, but it's not a third hand in this regard. Okay. 60 minutes, okay. Why aren't you going in your hole? That would help if the hole lined up. No, wait, that's not it. That's not it. 1 second here. 1, 2. 1. Achoo. Woo. So yeah, the plan is like really the whole reason I'm working on this CNC is just kind of I'm learning more about CNC because I've got like no background in CNC. My whole background in machining is all manual machining. So for me, CNC is like something I just it's new to me. So this is just pretty much a way to learn and something to use as like a platform to learn. So it's a small, simple, lightweight desktop CNC, nothing too fancy. Go. I just want to see if this clears that. Because if it doesn't, we're going to have a bad time. Yeah, I think we're good. Also, I'm checking for binding. Making sure it feels good through the whole motion of travel. Yeah. Okay, so right about... Okay, so let's move this over. Oh, no, I can't move it over. Okay, so that is it. So that is it for our travel. So I could gain a little bit more travel if I went to button heads, but that seems to be it for our travel. So we're going to lose a little on the X. Kind of knew that was going to happen. Do I like the LTT? I love, honestly, the LTT screwdriver, memes aside, is actually very solid. It's a very good ratcheting screwdriver with a light ratchet for like this kind of work, like working on computers and 3D printers and whatnot. The only downside is it's a full-size screwdriver, so getting it in tight space is kind of annoying. But in terms of like a generic tool, it's actually quite good. I like it. So. Oh wait, what am I doing? Why am I doing this like a Neanderthal? Okay, so I need to get another nut up in there. But the problem is, that ain't gonna work. we're gonna have to do a little finagling here. Nope. That's gonna be annoying as shit. Yeah, see, this isn't long enough. So, my option is I could use like a longer screw. For now, and just kind of hold it. Yeah. So that ain't gonna work. So what I can do, let's see here. Longer screw, or shoot, I need an M4 screw. Like I have one random M4 screw. I've got to have M4 somewhere. There's got to be a random M4 screw somewhere. Like the alternative is I use the longer screw. I don't even have oh, and then choke it up with an M4 nut. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put an M4 nut on it, on the longer screw. And then when I tighten it, it'll basically turn it into a shorter screw. Yeah. 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 Okay, so I know how a little arc right there, so I know how long this goes. See? That's right, big brain. Big brain. And the whole time I gotta hold this up so it doesn't fall over. Okay. If this works, I want you all to like that smash button. Okay, so now I gotta hold that so it can spin. Oh, I should have used two nuts. Shit, I should have used two nuts. Two nuts. I should have used two nuts. Yeah, because it's just gonna keep spinning. Yeah, I gotta use two nuts. Shit. Two nuts. Why did you remind me to use two nuts? Ah. Where did I put the nuts at? Did I put the nuts away? Ah. I swear, these nuts would be the death of me. There we go. Okay. That seems to work. Just making sure it moves freely. Actually, that's more annoying. Actually, that's a bit bound up. There we go. Had to find its home. Speaking of finding its home, let's lube it up. All the grease. There we go. Oh, Steve's here. Hi, Steve. Oh yeah, look at that. Buttery smoothness. Okay, so we get now... How much Z travel do we get? We are currently at... Actually, we get more what? That? I'll be damned. Get more Z travel, but I gotta be careful. Yeah, no, we get more Z travel out of this. Before we had 190, now we got 196. Okay. I can dig it. And it doesn't feel like there's any play, so that's good. Pretty buttery smooth on the motion too. Yeah, this seal's a lot more stable than the plastic one. That's for sure. Okay, so let's make sure everything here is nice and torqued. In a perfect world, I would want to put like Loctite on these, but I don't care. Still good motion. Yeah, we still got good motion. Okay, so that's good there. Still got clearance, so that's good there. Now for mounting this bitch. Oh, that's what these ones are for. These ones are for this. That's what these ones are for. The looseness, once I got all four on, it stiffened up. So there is some play in there, each one individually, but once you have all four installed and preloaded with everything together, it seems to stiffen up quite well. So that's probably just a one, because there was only one, it feels a lot worse than it is. Okay, I think if I remember correctly, it goes this way. And I know I haven't trammed anything out. Nothing's trammed out yet. I have a wooden bed on this, so it's not exactly trammed out. It's an upgrade kit. It's a generic, so there's like there's something on AliExpress called the 3018 Pro, which uses this Z-axis. So this is a Z-axis from the 3018 Pro. You get more travel, but you don't, like right now I can only, like So right now I have a, what is this, 1/2 inch? Yeah, I have a 1/2 inch piece of plywood bolted to the bed for, so I can cut. So what, that's like what? No, well, it's a little bit more, but it's 12, 13 mil. So 13 mil plus, yeah, so I got 153 millimeters of Z clearance, but that's not with the spindle on. So if we throw the spindle on this guy, let's see what we got. Because, where is our screws for this? There we go. I've never actually put the spindle on anything. I bought this thing like 2 years ago and it's just been sitting here. Big ass screw. Home from the hospital, missed about 3 weeks. Ooh, hope you're okay, Ricky. We finally finished the salad fork. Spoil board. There you go. That's the right word. That's the right word. Did I put this on right? I think I put this on upside down. Yeah, I put this on upside down. Okay, 1 second here. Yeah, screw it. Because here's the thing, I could have just printed an adapter. There's tons of printed adapters for this kind of CNC, where you basically just swap out this part right here. So you've got like this part right here. You take it off, you print a new one, you put it on, and you mount it. The problem is this is already plastic. It's already not that good. And I kind of actually want to legit use this for a while and actually have it be somewhat practical. So I kind of really want it to be like, which one was I trying to do before? That's why. So it's that one and that one. Okay, so that, so I had it on upside down. There we go. So I figure, you know what? We'll just buy the upgrade one. And then if it's good, I'll make a video on it. So if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, things I do, consider becoming a member of the channel or Patreon supporter. There's also links in the description to help out as well. Because, look at the numbers. This stream ain't paying for itself right now. It's a net negative investment. It still feels pretty solid, I will say. It's okay. It's content. Okay, why don't you line up? We got in the wrong hole. There we go, right hole. There we go. Wow, that is way out there, but yeah, it's relatively. I would say it's about as rigid as the original. Okay, so there we go. That is that. Cool. Honestly, in terms of helping, like, which I get a better cut from Patreon, but it's easier to set things up with the YouTube supporters. Because of the way Patreon is with, like, when it comes to, like, actually engaging with the audience, YouTube's a lot easier to handle. There we go. Any interest in getting a laser cutter? Maybe. The problem is with laser cutters, if I get a laser, it would have to be one that is, the laser would have to be one of the lasers that, it's got to be fully enclosed. I won't touch an unenclosed laser. I just won't. So. I'm not sure if you still need steel parts on a 30 center. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be cutting metal with this. Like, I'm not trying to cut metal. The point of this is I might do carbon fiber. So really this spindle isn't great for that because this spindle only does 12,000 RPM. A beefier spindle would probably be better actually in this regard. Wow, that is... So if you're wondering how much further out, we're looking at a difference of about... Whew, it's like 45 more millimeters out, the spindle is. So that means we're only going to get, in terms of travel now, 26 inches. So we've gained 5 and lost 4. Problem is, my garage is not insulated. I tried to get it done before winter came, but winter came and now it's cold as shit out there. So yeah. Unfortunately, it is cold as shit in my garage, and I don't think we're gonna be doing much out there in the time being. Okay, how the heck are we gonna end stop this? So we gotta put 2 end stops on here now, because we need to have end stops for the Z. So I'm gonna have to print something to come off the top here. Because we gotta put 1 end stop here, actually. No, that won't work. That might work. That might work. We might be able to make this work. Might make this work. Okay, so we got the 1 end stop here. The other end stop here. Where's the old Z? The old Z is here. Let's take the old Z off. Yeah, it shifted frontward 4.5 centimeters. Here's the thing, I'm not going to max out the volume of this anyways. There was never any plans on maxing out the volume of this. So how can we do this? So I need to figure out a way to get my Z end stop up top here. And what I can do for that is we'll drill and tap some holes. Because what is max? That's max. I'm gonna flip this plate over. I want that mounted up more. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Get a bit more Z out of this. Because the problem, this is a dataless spindle, so you can get like brushed spindles for a lot cheaper that literally just go off power in their PWM. So we'd be able to control it like the old spindle. But this one is a brushless spindle, so it has a driver, and it also has this like collet at the bottom, so I can't like choke it up all the way like you can with the other one to get the most clearance out of it. So we're gonna have to mount it the other way. Shoot. Oh man, will that just give me the same amount? No, it does go up a bit. It does go up a bit. Okay, so we'll gain like a 10 millimeter or a couple mils. Let's see here. Holy cantilevered spindle mount. Yeah, it's cantilevered, but it's more rigid. So maybe it's better. We'll find out. I mean, it's not like I'm cutting anything. I'm not cutting metal on this. Like, the whole point of swapping this over was just to go to a more robust spindle than the stock one. Like I'm cutting acrylic and carbon fiber is like the plan, and other low resistance stuff. The most like dense stuff I might cut on here is Delrin. So there we go. Okay. There we go. That's a bit more clearance. Okay. So we need to figure out, let's get this back plate on too, because we got to figure out some end stops. So I can put an end stop there. Oh, that's where those 4 mils came from. That's where these 4 millimeters came from. They're important. They hold the back plate on. I need them. Yeah, good enough. Clearance, clearance. Yep. Honestly, I'm just happy everything clears this back plate too, so I don't have to and the back plate's gonna help with rigidity here. Can you do sensorless? I could. I'd rather have end stops though, they're more accurate. Sensorless homing is only accurate to the nearest full step. I guess I could do sensorless. I've never set up sensorless in RepRap firmware, I don't think. And I don't know how accurate it is with lead screws. I'd rather do mechanical end stops, just for the redundancy. It's a Duet 2, so I'm pretty sure it can do sensorless. I'm pretty sure it can. I don't see why it can't. Where'd I take that motor out? So Z motor, I can plug you right back in, I think. Okay. We're just going to do a quick motion test, make sure everything still moves properly. Y, go down here. Actually, I can't because I don't have end stops. X goes over there. X is going to give it to you. You'll want to machine both sides. Yeah. I'm not going to do center tool just in case I have to rehome anything, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, so this one goes there. So we got to figure out end stops on this guy. There's the E stop. Yeah, so we got to figure out a Z end stop, and we got to figure out. But there we go. There's that. So end stops, end stops. So is everything clear? Yeah, everything clears. And I got to figure out how to box in all the electronics too. Making sure that doesn't hit. Ooh, yeah, so we're good. We're clear of the panels too. Nice. Okay, so end stops are easy for this. So for this one, I can just mount it to here. So this one I could just mount to here because it'll just mount it right to here. So it goes click. So I'll just drill and tap 2 holes here and put it on a sheet of ABS so I can move it around to wherever I need it. And boom, there's that end stop. So that end stop's easy. And then for Z, I'll just mount it on here and trigger it off of this. Yeah, and just trigger it off that. So that's not too bad. That, again, another little ABS spacer plate. So that's not too bad. So I got to drill and tap 2 holes here. Easy peasy. 30 minutes. Hot glue them. Really? Hot glue? What do you think we are? What do you think we do here? You think we just randomly just take drills to stuff and randomly mangle stuff up? Like, you think that's what we do on this channel? You're right. That's what we do here. I need a punch. Where is my thing that I use as a punch that's not a punch? Because I got my M3 tap here. I'm gonna need my drill bit, my M3 drill bit. That'll work as a punch. Will that work? No, that won't work as a punch. Is this it? No, that's not gonna work. 2.75. .42, that might work. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Is this my 2. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Okay, now I need a punch. But I just didn't unplug something there. Find out in a second. I really need to get punches. Like I used to have a bunch of punches and whatnot, and I don't have them anymore. I've got my tap handles, but I don't know where my punches went. Whatever. We'll do the ghetto punch. When in doubt, be careful because you can shatter them, but go that way. You can use a tap as a punch if you need to, because they're hardened usually. And really, I should have did this before mounting it, but YOLO. Do I have a hammer? Tell me I don't have a hammer in here. How do I not have a hammer in this room? Oh, I do have a hammer. I'll put it there too. There's a bunch of holes already in here. I don't know what they're exactly for. I'm sure I could figure it out. Or I could just drill holes. Wow, this drill bit sucks. Choke it out. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, this is something you really should have done. I should have did before mounting it, but it is what it is. Oh, if I actually had this engaged in the keys too. What time are we at? What time are we at? 12:35. Okay. Remember, if you want to win some Polymaker filament, every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. If you would like to win some Polymaker filament, there's a link in the description. Also, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, if you want to purchase some Polymaker filament, that goes a long way in helping support the channel. It's an affiliate link, doesn't cost you anything extra. Or consider becoming a member of the channel or Patreon supporter, because every month we do special stuff for just the members of the channel and the Patreon supporters. So don't want to miss out. I don't think I drilled these deep enough. Yeah, I did not drill these deep enough. I gotta go deeper. We have to go deeper. Yeah, I did not go deep enough. And that'll work. That'll work. This is why we don't do mill and chill on Saturday nights, by the way. F. Top cam is dead. What do you mean top cam is dead? Uh-oh. Ooh, there we go. Now with aluminum, yeah, you probably should use some sort of cutting oil or tapping fluid, at least something to lubricate it. But for these little quick holes, usually it's not a big deal. You can get by without it. Okay, now I need some abs. I need some abs. I know I threw a little piece in the garbage. Where is it? I want to salvage it. No. Nope. I've got to have some abs somewhere. Where is my abs? Abs. I need a sheet of abs. I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff over here. Abs. Where is my abs? Nope. I need a little sheet of abs, not a big sheet of abs. This'll work. No, that's acrylic. I don't want acrylic. I need abs. Is that abs? No, that's not abs. Is that abs? Abs! There we go. Abs. Abs! Now, in a perfect world, you probably shouldn't use something that, you know, could potentially melt or degrade, depending on the cleaners you're using with your device. But, yo-ho, low-o. Okay, so how big do we need? That'll work. Nope, that ain't gonna work. I think I'd be able to score something properly after a million times of doing it, but it's just moving around. Let's do this side. We are doing arts and crafts. Do you like arts and crafts? I like arts and crafts. Okay, where's my 3mm bit? Is this my 3mm bit? 2.75. 2.5. Where did 3mm bit go? Maybe the 3mm bit? Need some clearance. 3mm. There we go. I used to have a piece of wood in here for this. We made this a lot nicer, but well. Never forget to chamfer your work before you install it. Last thing you want is a sharp edge on your work, ruining all the work you put into it. Make it look pretty. Remember, it doesn't have to work good, it just gotta look good. 15 minutes. We'll get the one set up. Wow, I really screwed that one up. We're off by a country mile. It's okay. That's when you drill 2 holes next to each other. And you connect them. And now you have 1 hole that works. Arts and crafts, arts and crafts. There we go. Would you look at that? Perfect. And by perfect, I mean it's horribly out of skew, but you know what? YOLO. Now we put that in. Okay, that goes there. Now we've got our end stop for our G. Which one was it? This guy. And just to make sure it works, get some double-sided tape. Click. Move it down a bit. Oh, no. I don't think double-sided tape sticks to this too good. It does not. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that goes there. Quickly tap it. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay. Go get some M3 standoffs. Where are my M3 standoffs? I know I have some M3 standoffs. Are you M3 standoffs? You're M3 standoffs. I don't have any of the short ones. Dang it! Where are my short ones? How do I not have any short M3 standoffs? Oh wait, I know where they're at. I gotta seal off another project. Yep, there they are. Super secret projects that you guys can't see yet because there's always stuff in development. But is there stuff in development, or am I just messing with you and I don't have anything here? I don't know. Let's find out. go. That goes there. That goes there. Get our standoff. Get some screws. Okay, I need some more little screws. That'll work. Don't forget, we're going to do the giveaway in like 8 minutes. So if you want to win some Polymaker filament, I know you do. You got to enter right now. There we go. There we go. And now we got our Z end stop. There we go. Z end stop installed. I can't hear it click. There we go. Voila, Z end stop. Z end stop. ZZ end stop. ZZ end stop. Cool. One done. That's enough for now. Okay. So I think that's all we're gonna get to today. So we still gotta figure out how to put this. I could do something. Let's see what we got here. Let's see how much room we got. Like I could, I really don't want to do sensorless because it's not as accurate. And if I screw up something, I want to be able to rehome it. So I could just mount this like we did this one to this top plate here. Really seems to be the only spot. Because the other option would be to take it all off and mount it back in here again. Like originally it was mounted back in here. It was on this, but I kind of don't like it in there. I'd rather have it outside because I want as little on part of this spindle chain as possible. Like so. So yeah. So at least we got the Z end stop hooked up. And we got the spindle installed. So I guess next part will be getting the X end stop installed. And then also what we have to do is we need to figure out how we're going to mount this and this in here. So I may have to shift this over and we're gonna have to mount this all in here. Yeah, all that's gotta fit in there, so. Oh. Oh, 1 second. Un momento.
Is it gonna be ready by like 1:20, 1:30? And he's like, no, it's got like an hour.
Okay, yeah, just take my car then. Okay. Okay. Good news, everyone. So because my wife's car is getting work, so I had to go drive her to go pick her car up before work. They are not going to be done, so she's taking my car now. So that means I don't have to leave at 1 anymore. So guess what? Chicken butt. So, if you want me to keep streaming, you gotta like that smash button though. You gotta like that smash button, and all the other YouTuber things that YouTubers are supposed to tell you to do. Okay, let's figure out how to get this mounted then, in a way that's kind of safe. Well, we can only stream to 2, because at 2 I have to go pick up the little guy at school. So that is a hard limit in terms of time, is I gotta go get Calvin at school. So there's only so much I can do, or so much we can extend this by. So let's drill and tap, I guess. Huzzah! Steve Dobbs gifted 1 community membership. Thank you, Steve. There we go. The only downside is it's kind of chilly out, so it's going to be a little poopy going to walk to pick up the little guy, but it is what it is. Okay. So hopefully, maybe, okay, new stretch goal. Get this moving by the end of stream. Muted. I'm not muted. Am I muted? I shouldn't be muted. I'm not muted. Who said muted? No snow yet. It's cold, but no snow. Well, that one made a mess. Okay. Probably shouldn't be doing all this with the electronics installed, but YOLO. I've done worse with many $100,000 machines, so call it a day. Get a little bit of grease on that tap. Accidentally drilled right into the bearing. Oops. Okay, where is that little sheet of ABS? What's the working area? I don't know what the final working area is going to be yet because we've changed so much, but I think we got like 195 by 260 by, I don't know, the Z depends a lot on what tool you have installed on it, really, for this kind of machine. Okay, so we're going to want that there. Has everyone got all their Christmas shopping done yet? For those that partake in the commercial holiday that is Christmas. Got the Christmas music going. Don't worry, no Mariah Carey today. I do like having my channel monetized. Plus, I don't like torturing people. Torturing people's bad. Oh wow, I actually drill those ones somewhat on center. Nice! Any more little screws I can seal? I do. Now, I probably should have put this on the other side so it's not near the knob, but it's closer to the controller board, so I can reuse the wiring. So we'll just kind of do that as is. Okay. So now, where'd I put that board? Ordered myself a Voron V0 and new graphics card. Ooh, fancy. Now, in a perfect world, these should actually be made out of like aluminum or something. Like these brackets should be made out of aluminum. Just because, you know, this is ABS, it's subject to bending and melting and, you know, stuff that really, end stops really should be on something as rigid as possible. But we don't have that on hand right now, or the ability to easily mount that on hand right now. So we're just going to kind of roll with what we got. I know. I dropped it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I need you. Don't leave me. Oh, there you go. CNC rigid end stop. Well, this should be rigid enough for what we're doing. Like, really, the only reason, like for Z, yeah, Z, you want a good end stop. Okay, but basically the reason you want, you know, as accurate end stops is you home your machine, and if something screws up, because you work with a work offset with CNC, right? You work with a work offset. So your XYZ position is based off what you're cutting, but you still want a machine home in case, you know, oh, hey, it crashed and I had to restart. So now I can work home it, move to my machine offset and resume, you know, where I was. But if you don't have that ability, or if your home isn't accurate enough to do that, you run into issues. Because if you, for example, sensorless homing is accurate to a full step. Now, for what you're machining, is a full step accurate enough? Probably. But it's still, you know, it could be, you know, these are accurate to a micro step. So, usually. Recommend a probe? Yeah, I could have slapped a probe on here, but then I would have to figure out the whole, you know, inductive probe stuff and whatnot. Or I could just, you know, say screw it and just reuse these switches that I already have that are already wired up and just plug them in and call it a day. And that's what we're going to do. There we go. And this is our X end stop, which I believe goes right there. Okay. So we should be able to get some movement out of this now. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's get it moving, and then we'll maybe we'll fiddle with the spindle, because I got to do some wiring with the spindle to get that kind of happy. Okay, so that's the Z end stop. That's the Z end stop. That's that. Which motor is this? This is our this. Just leave that there for now. Our X motor is that. There's that, there's that, there's that, there's that. Make sure that clicks. Okay, I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Okay, so let's give it some juice. Where did I put that power cable at? Oh, I put it down here, I think. Yeah. And we're gonna swap out our slightly sketchy power this, because we don't need this anymore. So we're gonna go to something a little bit more secure. And a little less powerful, because we don't need to run a spindle anymore off this power supply. So we're gonna go to a smaller power supply, a 200 watt power supply, because we don't need that much power. Any concern about the tool overhang? We'll find out in a minute, but right now, no. Because more overhang but more rigid is kind of the thinking that I'm working with, and hopefully that thinking is it's okay. Okay, 230, 115, those are good. Now these have extra little bits on here that we don't need anymore, because we don't need 24 volts for another power supply. So we're just gonna kind of move that. Move that for now. Okay, Vin in, Vin out. Hear the dog. Why? What's the dog doing? Actually, ooh, maybe there's a package. Okay, so we might have to fiddle around with our Z motor because our Z, whoa. Okay, turning the Z is enough to get it to power up. Okay, so that's that, that's that, that's that, that's that. Let me get a power supply cable. There we go. That's what I want. This guy is a little bit more secure. Negative 12 minutes. We don't need to worry about time anymore. We got till forever. And by forever, I mean until 2. Wait, are these? Oh, these are. These actually have the rings on them that some people think are safe. That I should probably have on all of them, but I don't. Okay. Neutral. And ground. Why not use this one? Because it's 12 volt. This is a 12 volt power supply from the Bonsai, which I don't use it anymore, but I'm switching to it because it's got this big fancy actual inlet box, so I don't have wires hanging everywhere, which isn't too safe. So that's why I'm switching to it, because I actually have an actual protected inlet and a little cover too. So let me just make sure. So we got negative, positive, positive goes to VIN positive, 24 volts, negative ground, cool. There we go. Yeah, because before we just kind of had, you know, a little Captain tape covering up everything. Okay, so if all goes well, nothing should happen, but if something happens, at least get clips of it for content. So well, that's uneventful. Cool. Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong camera for that, but nothing happened. So it's good. It's good. Okay, so now, screen. I need to connect to the internet and get on the computer. I just opened a bunch of windows on another tab. There we go. Okay, printer. See, no, it's not a printer. Do out web control. Do your thing. Bot, we got a bot. Be gone, bot. Report. Gone. Okay, you should connect. Nothing changed. You should connect, no problem. You got power. The Wi-Fi LED is on. Why are you not loading up? Why aren't you connecting? My internet working? Do you guys hear me? Hello? 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 You can hear me. Can we try restarting maybe? Sometimes it just... Shouldn't have a new IP address because I literally connected to it just before the stream. Hold up my... It's not on my home network. Oh, there we go. Just took its sweet time. Okay. Connecting. There we go. Dog is going bork bork. Why? Okay, well, I'm gonna go check what's going on, why dog is going bork bork. Baby's in charge. Remember how we flipped it over? Yeah, that was the end stop. Or the E-stop was triggered. So it wasn't loading because the E-stop was triggered. But now the E-stop's not triggered and it's not loading. What is going on here with this guy? What is going on here? You should be connecting. You should be working. Everything is fine. Reboot it. I did reboot it. Why are y'all saying F? I'm not muted anymore. I can see my mic moving. I'm not muted. I did reboot it. Oh, but sometimes it takes a second for it to, like, you know, give it a minute to actually like lose power fully. It's like, remember when you were a kid and they told you to restart your computer, so turn it off, wait 10 seconds and turn it on? You actually have to do that with 3D printers because the controller board, if the motors aren't running, will like hold a charge for a second there, and it takes a minute for it to like cycle through and actually, you know, restart properly. Actually, that pretty squared up. Actually, that's really squared up. Now, granted, I can't really judge it perfectly because we're on a piece of wood, but Why aren't you loading? See, it says duet, so it knows what it's connecting to. It's just not. Connection established, close, okay. Connecting. You are connected. You are connected. Do the thing. Do the thing. Why aren't you connected? Like, Wi-Fi, why you no Wi-Fi? What the heck is going on here? Like, why is this not wanting to connect all of a sudden? It works perfectly fine out in my garage. But, you know, in the basement, 20 feet from the router, it doesn't want to connect. What is going on here? Why is this not connecting? Luke J, gifted 1 community membership. Thank you. Wi-Fi dead? Wi-Fi shouldn't be dead. Like, what the F? Here, maybe the spindle is too big and blocking the signal of the Wi-Fi. Seriously? Nero-san, I want to connect to the Wi-Fi, but my router is dummy thick and it's blocking the Wi-Fi signal. Literally. Oh, whatever. Okay, how many wires? We already got too many wires. Okay. Hey, it does the thing. Okay. We know Y-axis works. Let's home Y. Okay. X. Okay, Z. Okay, so let's make sure our Z motion is correct because we got a new spindle on here. So let's drop it. Let's drop it 10 and see if we actually get 10 mil of movement out of this. So we're at 24 mil. Yeah, so we're good. So we are good on XYZ. Oh shit. Woo! I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, something ain't right. Okay, so according to this, I still got 10 more millimeter of Z travel, which would make sense if I didn't have this on. Okay. So let's home all and see what we got for full travel now. Home all. Okay. So let's do X first. Okay. So actually, I got more. So I've got like an extra 5 millimeters. So I got like 195. So system, config G. So Z travel or X travel is 195 now. Save. Run config file. Okay. So home all. So time to break end mills. My brother in Christ, the brain ain't attached to the spindle. We ain't doing anything yet. Okay. So move X. Okay, so right there. So we got 193. Okay. So 193 says it hits on this. As soon as it hits this, it's that. So we got 193. So general. So 193 is what we'll call the safe limit on that. So we got an extra 3 centimeters or 3 millimeters. So that's good. Big file. Come on. Okay. We'll add a blast shield. Ah! Safety squints. Okay. So now we got to figure out our X, or our correction, our Y. So X. So here's the thing. We'll over travel. Like I can easily over travel the bed now. So according to this, I'm at Y45, but I'm off the bed now. I got 25 millimeter over travel on the bed. So let's bring this down. Yeah, I can way over travel the bed. Okay, so Z0, so on my Z now, I have an additional, according to this, I'm at Z0. I've got an additional, yeah, I can go down another 15, 16, 17 millimeter on the Z, but I can't because I will literally drive the collet in, or yeah. So that is Z0. So that's okay there. So we're good there. But I'm still at Y15. You want to talk over travel? The spindle's here. The spindle lines up with this line right here. So why? Well, I guess that's fine because I'm going to be working with a work offset anyways. So it doesn't, I don't really need to change that. Like I could physically move that, but I'm going to always be working with a work offset. So there's no point in adjusting my my Y end stop to line up with the spindle because it's mechanical end stop, right? Like these are the travel limits, not the machining limits. So yeah, I'll just leave the Y. The only one that's of concern is the X because that actually is more actual cutting. This, it don't matter because you hit the home offset anyways. So that's a no biggie. Okay, let's see if we can get the spindle spinning. Turn that off. Cool. Jesus, what's going on with you, Coda? Okay, he's really barking. I'll be back. Because I got packages I'm waiting on that might need signatures and whatnot. I'll be back. Crazy dog. It's like, I gotta sit there and protect the house. You know, people drop off stuff all the time. I need to protect the house. Let's see, what did I get? I got packages. I've got whatever this is. And whatever this is. Oh, these are for that. Ooh. One millimeter end mills for the 1 millimeter burr end mills for carbon fiber, and some 90-degree angle connectors for the FPV stuff. Okay. So how the heck do I power this bitch? Because I believe that goes there. So let's move you off of this mat. So you're not going to move now. You're just going to be sitting there looking pretty for the next little while we lay out how to make this thing actually do work, because we need to figure out this, because I've never wired up one of these bitches before. So we're gonna need power. I know we need power. Well, I dropped the one of two 0 to 10 volt boards that I have. You all go back there. I don't need you. Get back there. So this plugs into here. So this is a WS55220. I have an RPM readout on it, so I could see how many ripums we're getting. I've got an okay, so I tried doing this before and it didn't work because I didn't have the 0 to 10 volt board. So hopefully I didn't fry anything doing that. But I think we got this board here, that goes there. Need this big chungus, so we need to feed this bitch power. So I got to make a power cable to connect these two. And then I got to connect power from this to this. This power goes in there and then comes out there. And this controls it. I've got a switch. Do I need the switch anymore? I don't know. Do I need the switch? I guess I have a switch. That's a safety switch, I guess. And then we've got this. So power's got to go, if I'm not mistaken, I need power to go from this to here. So power this. Power comes out of here, goes into here, but it also has a wire coming from the duet. And then the power comes out of here into here. No, power goes into here. And no, 24 volts goes in here, out. How the hell do they wire? It's one of these doodads. One of these doodads. Chat is blocking you. What are you saying? Oh, maybe I gotta put on live chat. I don't know. I don't see anything, Renee, from you. Okay. So, okay, so as far as green 6 plug, they have a jumper to select either 5 or 20 volt. On the back says use 4.3. Okay, so we got to use 5 to 24. So we got to put this back to 24 volt. So that's 24 volt. I need my VIN pin. Where did I put the VIN pin? Where did I put it when I unplugged it? No, that's not it. That broke off. That's good to know. Where'd my VIN pin go? So it's attached to this, and I don't know where it went. Oh, is this it? Nope, that ain't it. I put it on here. Where'd it go? That it? Seriously, how do I lose a wire? It's a wire. How do you lose a wire? Oh, bloody hell, really? How did I lose a wire already? That's not it. Somebody go watch the beginning of the stream and tell me where I put it. There will be a reward for the one that tells me where I put it. What gauge is this wire? 20 gauge. I want bigger. I want 16 gauge for this. I want big wire. Big wire. 18. No, where's big wire? You're not big wire. Where is big wire? Oh, wait. I know where big wire is. It's in the environment. No, we want it inside the environment, not outside the environment. Or outside the environment, not inside. Wait, the wire's not in the environment. We're gonna have a bad day. Okay, this will work. Because we gotta hook up 2 power supplies to each other. Into the bench to my right. Nope. It'll show up like as soon as I end the stream, I guarantee it. It's usually how it works. Where's the crimper? Nope. It's okay, we'll figure it out later. Gotta figure out how to wire all this up first. with all the old socks. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Honestly, I probably got to redo it anyways because it's too short, but. I mean, what kind of stream would it be if I didn't lose something anyways? It's usually how it works, right? We lose something every stream. Oh, I need a ground too. Yeah, ground will work. Always have a ground. Okay, so that's ground. So we got ground. Got neutral. And live. Okay. So hopefully, I'm hoping tying two of these lives together, like the mains from two power supplies together, it should be no issue, right? Because like it's mains, so it shouldn't matter, right? As long as I don't tie the 48 volt into the 12 volt, then we won't have a problem, I hope. I think. At least I'm pretty sure. As long as I don't tie 24 volt into 48 volt, we're good. How am I liking the LCT screwdriver? As I've said several times in the stream already, and in the video where I talked about it, I like it. Especially for stuff like this, where you're switching between different bits all the time. It's just easier to have one thing do it all. Okay. So there's that. So I need, oh my God. How do these wire up? So you got, okay. 2 to 10 volt. What are these called? 0 to 10 volts. They don't even have a bloody name. What are these called? You need a PWM to analog converter. Okay. So this is what I have. Obviously I didn't pay this much for it. How do I wire this up? How do I wire this up? Okay. That's great. There we go. So, okay, so that is our PWM signal is that. So that comes from our fan. So these two are from the fan. And then we have power supply in and out 24 volts, I'm guessing? Or is this the power supply for the spindle? Power supply 12 to 30 volts. Yeah, so this would be the 24 volt from the power supply. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so, okay, so this comes from, these two are from the pin, and this is 24 volt in from the power supply, 24 volt out, or this is 24 volt in and out from the power supply, And this goes out from here and it goes to WS 55 220. Okay, I don't need a Hall sensor. Okay, so what is that signal? Okay, so I've got, because I've got on here, I've got a ground and a 10 plus 10 volt. And then what is SV? What is SV? Mach 0 to, or am I using Mach 0 to 10 volt? Show me a wiring diagram. How do I wire this up? How do I wire this up? I gotta do some research on this. Yeah, we gotta actually do some research on this, I think. Yeah, I gotta do some behind the scenes looking this up, because there's magic pixies in these boxes and I don't want them getting out. But I'm gonna have to make a lot of cables for this. So there we go. We'll make that work. We'll make that work. We'll figure it out. Okay, I think we're gonna call it there. I need to get some food anyways before I go pick up the little guy, because I haven't eaten lunch yet and I need food. So, do you guys have fun today? You guys have fun? Was that fun? So yes, the spindle hangs off the front quite far, but there's enough weight there that it's pretty preloaded, I think. So. Yeah, because I've got plus 10 volt ground. So I think it's this SV thing. Yeah, it's the, yeah, because so it's SV. So this would be that, yeah, that would go there, that would go, okay. Yeah, I think I know how to wire this up. Because I don't think I need this anymore, because that's for the spindle, because it used to have a manual spindle. Will the front fall off? I don't know. I think it's beefy enough that it wouldn't. So I think on Tuesday we'll carry on with this. I'll make the wires up in the meantime. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow on stream. What do you guys want to do on stream tomorrow? What do you guys want to do tomorrow on Saturday for the Saturday night stream? Yeah, see, it does hang off a bunch, but it should be relatively. Yeah, side loading is pretty stiff compared to before. Continue this. I can't continue this because we can't run CNC stuff at 8 o'clock at night. Troubleshoot the salad fork. Yeah, we might pull out the salad fork and do a little troubleshooting on it, maybe. Just kind of recap, and I gotta put the panels on it too. I gotta finish printing off the stuff. Monoprice. Oh yeah, we got the monoprice. We gotta figure that out too. Yeah, no, we'll figure something out tomorrow. We'll figure out something tomorrow. I was hoping I'm trying to rebuild my quad. I'm waiting on the new frame to come in so I can rebuild my quad, my 3-inch. I was hoping it would be in because we would do that tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. That is a much bigger spindle. Holy shit. Much beefier spindle. Can I change the bits easily? Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. You just bring it up all the way. Well, I can't build a V02 because I don't have anything printed for yet, and I'm waiting on the manual. I'm waiting on the manual for a V02. That's the only reason I haven't built one yet, is like, I have all the files. I could build one, but I'm not going to until I have the manual, so I follow along with the manual, so it's an instructional for you guys. So. I think I know how to wire this up. It's okay. So to recap, we've got our control board there. We've got this 0 to 10 volt analog to PWM to analog converter. And then we got, this is the BLDC driver for the motor, which is connected to the motor with these 3 wires because it's brushless. So we've got 3 wires here. These used to be connected to an actual dial to adjust the spindle speed if I was running in dumb mode. So I cut that off, obviously. So I think, and I got an on-off switch here too. So I think how this works is these 2 wires, which are the SV and the ground, and the SV is labeled 0 to 10 Mach. So I'm assuming these are for controlling it in Mach 3, which would be this guy. So this connects to there. I also feed this 24 volts from this power supply. And then there's a PWM signal that comes from the Duet. So the fans that I was using, the fan output that I was using before to control the spindle comes out, connects to these first 2. The second 2 are power, 24 volts from the power supply. And then these 2 go there. So it takes the PWM and it converts it to 0 to 10 volts, which is what this understands. And then I feed in 48 volts into these 2, which goes to the spindle. I think. And yes, this is a mess. I gotta clean that up. Maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow. Maybe we'll just clean tomorrow. Need a digital pinch. Well, I had a potentiometer. Yeah, I had this guy. But it said I had to cut it off. Because I played with this a while ago. And then I didn't. So it said I had to cut this off, so I cut it off, so. Yeah, this does seem like there is play here, but honestly, there's about as much play as there was in it before, and it's all metal now. So it's a bit more rigid. So yeah, the problem is, like, I don't know, you want to know how much overhang it is? It's about 120 millimeters from the rods to the spindle. There's a lot of overhang. But if you look at it, there's really, if you wanted to get rid of that overhang, you've got your rods here, and then you've got extrusions. So I'm sure you might be able to like shrink this down to a plate and shrink this gap. And then if this was mounted directly to that block, you would lose this, but this block would have to be bigger so that this can mount to it directly. So you probably could shave off like 10 or 20 millimeters if you like went all custom and machine stuff to shrink it down. But that would require doing all custom work. So yeah, this is an off-the-shelf universal thing. So yeah, we'll carry on with this on Tuesday, I think. I'm just hoping the speedometer works, because this does do 20,000 RPM and it is buttery smooth compared to the 775 spindle. Could I slide the bed forward in the frame? I could, but I don't need to. For what I'm planning on using this for, this is plenty of room. Like, what do I got? I got 230 millimeters of actual, like 235 millimeter, or actually almost 240 millimeters of actual X space that I can just put stuff down, and I can machine 190 of it. And then I got, what, 260 of usable Y. But I could put anything like, geez, I could put like 300 and, what is that? 300 and almost 450 millimeters on the Y of what I could put down. So I'm not cutting anything bigger than 260 by 190. Like, the plan, honestly, is to get this set up for carbon fiber and Delrin Voron parts. That's carbon fiber quad frames, Delrin Voron parts. That's what I want this to be able to do. So make the Y longer. I would just need longer rods. The problem is it's rods and there's no support in the middle. So as this moves, there's more sag in the middle. But by the way, at 2 o'clock, bang on, we're doing the giveaway. So if you haven't entered, link in the description. Also, hey, this is my channel. This is my job. If you want to help support the channel, content I create, things I do, links in the description as well. Look at this hat. Do you want one of these awesome hats? Well, every month we do a contest where if you win, you can get this hat. Or you can just buy one in the store along with some other stuff. It's cool. Merchandising. That's where the money is. It's all merchandising. Only Benchies, the flamethrower. Buy it now. Spoke about Frico about a millennium. There was talk about it, Delmar, a while ago, but I haven't really heard anything in a bit. I don't like pestering. So I want the mug that says crimping ain't easy. Well, if you win the contest, or actually no, the mugs, yeah, the mug, maybe we can swing the mug out of the mug, because right now if you win the contest, it's the choice of a shirt or the hat. So 1 minute, and then we're gonna do the giveaway, and then yeah, so we'll fill this on Tuesday, or maybe we'll fill with it tomorrow. I don't know, we'll figure it out. And then these got to go in a box, and I got to do proper wire management, because look at all this. This has got to go on the back. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare to cable manage all this. So this got to go somewhere too. Oh, jeez. And then I got to enclose it all, because carbon fiber, you don't want carbon fiber on anything. So. What are we at right now? 209 viewers. Well, more likes than viewers. Okay, contest closed. But we had 392 people enter the contest. And you enter the contest and you don't like the smash button? Like, what did I do to you? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You come into my house, you enter for free stuff, free filament, and you don't give me the courtesy of liking the smash button. What's wrong with you? The disrespect, the disrespect. Okay, give me a number between, I don't know, 10 and 15. 10 and 15. $12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool, spin the wheel. You come here on the day of my stream. You don't like the smash button. The disrespect. Django! Congratulations, you won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Let me pull up your information here, make sure it's valid. Okay, so you will get an email from me after the stream ends with a little form you got to fill out. And yeah. You get to pick out your filament. It'll show up a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on where you live in the world. Okay, we're gonna call it there. We'll get this wrapped up next stream, next Tuesday coming up. Tomorrow we'll figure out something to do. I don't know. I gotta clean this room. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament that we give away every stream. For those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became a member of the channel yourself, I thank you for your continued support. Not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without that. So it's all possible because of you. It's December. Don't forget Christmas. Go do your shopping for those that do the thing. You know, Coca-Cola says you got to do it, so you got to do it. I gotta go pick up the little guy at school. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. I will see you tomorrow night. Cheers.